Picture this. You wake up to your alarm going off. You roll over, check your phone. It says 7:30. The time you set for yourself the night before when you were motivated, excited, saying that you were going to go on a run, go to the gym before work. You hit snooze. You roll back over and the process repeats for the next hour. Finally, you wake up just enough to roll over, open Instagram, and start scrolling the Reels tab. Here you see countless other people your same age, making tens of $1,000s, living the life, going on vacations, with their dream girl, doing everything you could only dream of. You have to get up and go work at your average job. You drive your average car there, the weather's not great, you're stressed, you feel like a disappointment because you didn't get up in the morning. This is the life of just about every teen boy who is ambitious in this day and age. And the reason I know that is because I've been there. And because of that, I am here to tell you, just like you've probably heard a million times, it doesn't have to be that way. And I'm going to show you exactly how today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we dive into this, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Carson. I started this channel as a way to talk about the things I'm learning, the mistakes I'm making, in an effort to make sure you don't make those same mistakes and become the best version of yourself a little bit faster. Now, I believe I titled this video something along the lines of, if you're 15 to 19-year-old boy, watch this video. So hopefully that's you. Now, look, it's a very hard age. I'm going to be completely honest. One of the hardest ages and one of the hardest times in my entire life. Social media is just so tricky. You see all these people who are making so much money, who are living the life, and you think, what's wrong with me? Why am I not doing this? You start putting more and more pressure on yourself to work harder, to start a side hustle, to buy this course that's going to teach you how to make money just like all these other people are doing. Everything is an attention grab to sell you a course off the hopes and the desires and the ambition you have in your heart. And I know that freaking sucks. I fell victim to it many times, I'm not going to lie. And look, I learned some great stuff. But I never got rich off of buying a course, and I'm going to tell you that right now. I wanted to make this video today to let you know, first of all, that you are not alone, and this is very normal. The loneliness, the feeling of being behind that you're experiencing, feeling like a failure, it's all completely normal. But also to tell you to please tune that out. The stuff people curate online is actually insane. Coming from someone who has been posting on social media for 10 years now, since I was 13, when I look back, even at the videos I was posting, not even trying to put on a performative act, even that was completely different from my normal life. So I can only imagine some of these people who are handcrafting every piece of content they put out, how different their actual lives are compared to what they're putting out on social media. It's so easy to compare. I still fall victim to it. But trust me when I tell you, this is not their lives. The money they say they're making is almost never the case. And they're only doing it to get you amped up and excited to buy something. Okay, glad that's out the way. Now, what can you do? Because look, not everyone is meant to run a business. They're not. I haven't been for many years, and I'm still just getting started on it. And honestly, sometimes I think, you know what, maybe this isn't the best thing. There's many people who, wow, I know some very happy people, some very successful people who work a typical job and live a typical life. What's important for you is not to do something because other people tell you to, or because other people make it seem like the greatest thing in the world to do. What you should instead do is look inward, and that is the purpose of today's video. I want to help you look inward and answer some questions about yourself so that you can live a more fruitful life going forward. Because if you can start, I mean, if you're 19 watching this video, if you're 25 watching this video, you are in such a good spot. So you have so much time to figure everything out. So much time. All it takes is starting today. So here's the framework every single person I work with follows in order to make this transformation and to stop this constant feeling of being behind and actually get into living a life that they're proud of. Because your life that you actually love and enjoy might not be sitting on a yacht with 50,000 different women and running a $2 billion business. Like, it looks cool on paper, but it's probably not that fun. So first things first, the first question I want you to answer for yourself is, what does success mean for you? And I'm not talking about an amount of money. I'm not talking about a career. What I'm talking about is, if you achieve this one thing, what would make your life successful? For reference, for me, I found that was freedom. The more freedom I can have in my day-to-day life, the more successful I feel. Having the option to choose to go to the pool with my wife, to, when I have kids, going to every single sports game they have, every practice they have, being able to choose what I want to do when I want to do it. If I want to go on a vacation, just randomly, I want to be able to do that. That is success for me. It might not be that same thing for you. For you, it might be regimented routine. For you, it might be following this crazy passion of building a school in another country. Whatever it is, though, I want you to think deep on it, because this is what I like to call your North Star, the thing that's going to guide you through everything in your life. Every decision you make gets filtered through this. Thinking of a new job you want to take? Well, when I think of that, is it going to take more or less time? Is it going to give me more or less freedom? If it's less, even if it's paying me X 10,000 more per month, it's not worth it, because that takes away from my version of success. So you need to think, what is that version of success, and use this as a filter for everything that comes through your mind. Perfect. Now, number 2, I want you to think, what does the best version of yourself look like? The version of you that you envision in the future. Of course, the foundation is going to be your version of success, for me, freedom. But what does that person actually look like? Start getting into the intricate details. Are they muscular? Are they tan? Are they living on a beach somewhere? Are they working remote? Start kind of crafting and curating what this person's look like. Are they caring? Are they extremely emotionally intelligent? Are they masculine? Are they a fighter? What does it look like? From there, once you have this clear picture, and I want you to write it down and get clear on this. But once you have this clear picture, step number 3 is to reverse engineer the habits you need to start taking today in order for that person to become a reality. So essentially what we're doing in this step is finding the difference between the version of you now and the best version of yourself, and figuring out what habits and steps you need to start taking to become this person. I like to call this trial by fire, because even though this 2 points between the version of you now and the best version of yourself looks small, there is extreme amounts of discomfort and pain and suffering between the two. I'm just going to give you a fair warning. But figure out, not to scare you or anything, figure out the steps you have to start taking between here and here. Just a list of habits. Now, anytime a habit comes to you that you see on social media that someone else is doing, where you're like, oh, should I start doing that? Should I start cold plunging? But your version of success is building a school in a third world country, and your best version of yourself is someone who is caring, who's very communicative, whatever it might be. Cold plunging might not be the best fit for your time. Hopefully you can kind of see what I'm getting at. What we're crafting up is a filter in your brain that everything has to pass through before it starts getting implemented in your life. If you see someone driving a Bugatti and flying on private jets, but your true version of success that you came up to is freedom, that might not be the thing you're chasing, because freedom, that's going to take more money away from you being able to be free and go travel, and that's going to build more responsibility in certain areas and less freedom. So you kind of see what I'm getting at. This is a filter, and you're building up that filter. So now once we have these habits in place, of course, you need to start taking action upon those, which takes us into step number 4, accountability. I've tried to do this alone for many, many years. It's doable without people walking you through it and making sure you're staying on track, but it is more difficult. So if you're like, you know what? I feel good about myself. I think I could do this alone. Great. You have everything you need. Go do it. There's nothing else. Literally, I've been on this self-improvement journey for years. Years. Blood, sweat, tears constantly. I've watched so much and done so much research on self-improvement. I've boiled everything I know into those 4 points we just talked about. There's nothing else you need to learn. So if that's it, and you feel good and you can make that happen, go do it and start now. But if you feel like, you know what, I might need a little bit of help, I know it's helped me a lot. Some people don't need it, but if you feel like you need a little bit of help, fantastic. Find a friend, a partner, or if you'd rather an online community, quick pitch here, full transparency, but I made a community. It's called Elevate. There's a free version. There's also a paid version with more accountability if you'd prefer that. Either way, I really don't care, but I've linked it in the description of this video. You're more than welcome to check it out. I'm in there basically every day. I'll answer all the questions you have, make sure you're staying on track. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of point number 4. Find someone to hold you accountable. Find someone to see when you're slacking off, to note what that version of success is for you, that filter, and help you run stuff through that filter, because it's easier said than done. So, I mean, look, to round things off, you're still so young. You have so much time, and you're not supposed to have everything figured out. I don't think I'll have everything figured out till the day I die, and that's the exciting part about life. We get to keep learning and keep expanding. That's really what it's all about. So look, either way, I don't care if you join Elevate whatsoever. I love making these videos to keep you amped up, excited, and learn. And I mean, if one person who watched this video, I transform 1% of their life to be better, I'll go to sleep happy. So either way, I don't care. I more just wanted to make it and leave it out there, so it's hopefully a valuable resource for some of you watching this. So ladies and gentlemen, I truly do appreciate each and every one of you watching this. I'm rooting for you in every aspect of your life, and I'm always here. If you have any questions, comment them down below, DM me on Instagram, join in Elevate and ask them there. Any way works. But ladies and gentlemen, I truly appreciate you watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.